A man interrupted one of Buddha's lectures with a flood of abuse. Buddha waited until the man had finished and then asked him, if a man offered a gift to another, but if the gift was declined, to whom would the gift belong? To the one who offered it, said the man. Then said the Buddha, I decline to accept your abuse and request you to keep it for yourself. Criticism, damned if you do, damned if you don't. And so, once upon a time. Chloe's third birthday gift had been a box of crayons from her parents. She spent hours with those crayons, strokes of color-filled empty white sheets. The paper turned into canvas and crayon drawings soon turned into splashes of art. Chloe was an artist par excellence. She was the up-and-coming talent of Paris. The whisper was growing louder that a new Rembrandt was on the horizon. She was getting noticed, and it was time to show her work to the world. The first exhibition of any artist was important. It would either pitchfork their talent to dizzying new heights or set them back a couple of years. Chloe was both excited and nervous about her art exhibition. She knew the invitees would give her the thumbs up. It was the art critics that she was worried about. Everyone had turned into a critic these days, and they were known for their brutal opinions, especially Pierre Auvray. It was said that Pierre Auvray's review could either break you or make you. The day of the exhibition arrived. Chloe waited with bated breath as Pierre walked through the room. He turned to her and smiled. Chloe waited for the review in the morning. It had gone well, she thought. The morning newspaper came and it broke her. Pierre hated her work. And overnight, the future Rembrandt had turned into Les Miserables. He had decided to break her. It was a year later. Pierre was back in Paris for work. He went to a Parisian bar that night and saw Chloe sitting there. She seemed drunk and despondent. Pierre felt sad and walked up to her. Hello, I am Pierre Auvray. We met at your art exhibition, he said, hoping to get through her drunken stupor. Ah, I remember, she smiled. Do sit down and have a drink. Pierre thought it might be rude to walk away, and one drink wouldn't hurt. He asked Chloe if she was all right, and Chloe shook her head. She told him she was really upset about her baby. Baby? Inquired Pierre. Chloe began to explain. I was in love with this guy, and we had a child together. We were really in love, and our child was the reason that we fell even more in love. The baby was our world and everything I had dreamed of. We bought this beautiful new house on Pont Neuf with a beautiful nursery. We painted the nursery ourselves and beautiful daffodils and farm animals. One day I felt the baby kick. It was the happiest day of our lives. We both cried together. God is not just. My baby was born deformed. It's a disease called phocomelia, and my baby's limbs were malformed. Pierre was taken over by a deep sense of sadness. Chloe continued to talk through her tears. The man I was in love with left me with my baby. He couldn't bear it. My friends and neighbors would come around to watch the freak child. It was terrible. And it was perhaps just as well that last week I woke up to find my baby dead. Pierre held Chloe's hand across the table. That's just terrible. I wish there's something I could do. Chloe snatched her hand away. My baby was my art. And the man I loved, the so-called Parisian art-loving society. The house on Pont Neuf was my dream of becoming a famous artist. And you, my dear Peter Overy, are the focomelia that happened to it. Pierre stared speechless. I wonder how you feel about killing babies. Chloe did not wait for the answer. She walked to the bar, leaving a shattered critic in her wake.